Okay, hi all. I think I'm live. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. It's just me for right now. We might have some guests in the future, but if it's just me, that's okay. We'll have productivity sprints because trust me, I need them. I have been sick for a while and I was coughing, so that was not conducive to live streams or videos. So that's why you haven't seen me much on the live streams, but I'm pretty much 100% now. So we're good to go. And I need to catch up on reading because I've just been listening to a lot of music, not listening to a lot of audiobooks, not sitting down to read. So we need to get into it. I'd love to know what you are all reading. I'm still in Cape Town, so I have some catching up to do. And you can see the cat in the back. He's looking for treats. So you might hear him crying. It's not time yet. So hello, I am reading The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. I feel like this was a very, look, I can't even put it in the camera. I feel like this was a very popular book for Cape Town because of all the flowers and stuff. And if you did read it for that, let me know what you thought. I am just getting to part 2, so like 100 pages in, and I'm having fun with it. But I always love cozy, so I am not very picky when it comes to that, and it's witches. So obviously I love it, but I'd love to know what you think. So you may have to leave soon to get your meds and grab dinner. Let me know what you're reading. I'm always curious. 4th book in a series for sightseeing prompt. I haven't had a lot of time for sightseeing prompts. I'm catching up. I'm just still catching up. Hi, Victoria. Hello, Valerie. I'm reading Saint by Sierra Simone. I feel like Sierra Simone is a popular author for this readathon. There we go. Going to listen to Priest and then start a sightseeing book for Team Romance. Hello, hello. Listen to American Queen by Sierra Simone. Look at this. Everybody's reading Sierra Simone right now. I all finished up A Serial Killer's Daughter and thought I would hop on sprints as I decide my next read. So what are your options? Let us know. Sci-fi. Hello all. Reading Queen of Blood for Cape Town. That's one of my host favorites. I always get nervous when I see you all reading one of my favorites because I don't know what you're going to think about it, but I feel confident about that one. I really love that book, so let me know. I've just under an hour left. Then we'll be moving on to the next prompt. Nice. Hi, Kelsey. I'm reading Camp Damascus. Nice. I've heard good things about that one. Productivity. I haven't read anything yet today. Okay, but you read 1 million books a day, so I think you're good if you take a day off. I think you'll be fine. Hello, I'm on my way to Madagascar. I'm currently reading The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan. Nice. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Molly. Reading Priest. Look at what's going on in the romance chat. I feel like everybody's reading Priest. You must have a buddy read going on there or something. Or I guess Priest makes sense because religion. Duh. That's a good choice. That makes so much sense. I'm still getting to Cape Town. Me too. Reading This Poison Heart. I love that cover. That's a good one. Need to prioritize Into the Drowning Deep ebook before Livy takes it away. That's always the thing, and I love that book so much, but it is longer. I need to finish The Newest City so I can log my sightseeing. I already finished 1 or 2. I'm actually surprised you haven't finished The Newest City yet. You're so quick. Hello, hello. Go Team Sci-Fi, sure. Reading The Red Pyramid for Lake 6. Nice. Finishing That Time I Got Drunk and Needed a Love Potion on a Werewolf. Did you love it? Please tell me you loved it. It's my favorite in that series. And then you're reading Leather and Lark. I still need to read the first book in that series. I know I'm going to love it. Just haven't gotten to it. Reading The Fall of Hyperion. I have read 15%. Is that a long book? I feel like that's a chunky one. Actually, I didn't realize it was a host fave. There you go. It just worked out. Because actually, that cover for that is beyond perfect for the Cape Town prompt. So it makes sense. Yeah, loving the nature theme. And the series just gets better in my opinion. And some more sci-fi love. Lots of sci-fi people showing up tonight. Starting The Shadow of the Gods for Nature. Yeah, I'm trying to think because I feel like I will get through this one. Probably not today, but pretty soon. And I need to pick. Oh, I got a guest. Hello, hello. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was just talking about how I'm reading The Honey Witch. I'm a little bit behind.
I just forgot to take.
Oh. I love it.
I'm reading A Fate Inked in Blood. Ari is trying to get the actual. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's it. Thanks so much.
Okay, can I take
Sure, in a moment. I'm reading A Fate Inked in
Oh,
Blood.
helpful. Look how helpful.
I know, right? So,
Yeah.
That's what I'm reading. It's deceiving because I started over. I started reading this like a month ago. And so I started over because I made it to like 30%, but I don't remember anything that happened.
You don't remember it? Yeah, I read that one. Mixed feelings on it. But
yeah, so I remember enjoying like the 30% that I read.
Did you buy it because of the edges?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Before you go to work, I can call
They know how to get us.
Grandpa David.
Some highs for you.
Before you go to work, you said
Reading Clarine by Jade Song. I've heard good things about that one. There's some fantasy love. I'm reading The Running Grave. I have not heard of that one. I'm not doing the readathon, but want to stop in and say hi. That's okay. You don't have to be doing the readathon to join the sprints. I'm going to start 7 days in June. Have you not read that yet, Tara? I'm really surprised by that. It is so good. Or maybe it's a reread. That's such a good book. Okay. So yeah, after I'm done the Honey Witch, I have to come up with a book for the next prompt, but I'm sure I have lots of options. I think there's a lot of fantasy that revolves around religion and gods and stuff. So I think we should be fine. But maybe are you good to start our first sprint? You're good? All right. I think we'll do 45 minutes.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, and I think we have a new timer. So we will get that going. Let me put that full screen. So we will see you all in 45.
the grimoire to find any other ingredients that may be useful for the
Now boarding flight AMZ 699 to Antananarivo.
That timer is the cutest thing. I love it. So much. We got new friends. So how'd everybody do? What everybody's reading? Catch us up.
Can I say hi?
I read 30 pages.
Nice. And how are you feeling? about it?
It's so far, the banter is great, honestly.
Yeah.
Are you reading Spark?
No.
Oh. What are you reading?
Oh, okay.
But I do have this Spark one. I do still have it on my Kindle because like I saved it from KU.
Yeah.
I just didn't really want to buy an audiobook, and I already own this one in all three formats.
That's fair. And you kind of started a little bit of it earlier. You just didn't you stopped doing that vlog.
I started this for a vlog that never came to fruition where I read physical books for a week, and then I just forgot to update the vlog. So it's you get 2 clips of me being like, yeah, this book is great. I plan on reading 3 books this week.
Why would you torture yourself?
What's wrong with me? And then I just forgot to update the vlog. So I did make it to 30% at one point, but I remember nothing. So I was
I've seen so many vlogs like that. So many vlogs that I started and scrapped.
Yeah.
I've started with vlogs when I know what books I'm going to be reading for them. When I do my Todoist, each vlog gets its own thing. And then there's a section that says filming, and it's intro, update for this book at this many pages, update for this book. I break down, this is when I'm supposed to be updating this book. Mm-hmm. And then because I have a check thing to check off, I'm more likely to remember.
Yeah.
Not 100%, but more likely.
Yeah.
So.
I need to edit tonight, so I'm going to try to see if my computer will do that while streaming. Because my Face Off vlog needs to go out. But I'm also reading A Lesson in Thorns.
Ooh.
I love that cover.
I know, right?
It's one of my favorites. I don't even know what the book's about, but I always am drawn to that cover.
It's about smut.
There you go. That about some stuff. I think you can tell by the cover. I love it though.
A little bit of a smutty cult is pretty much what it is.
That's hilarious. I love it. I'm editing because I have a video that needed to go out today, but we scrapped the first recording of it. So, which is fine. The second recording ended up better. So I'm you know what? We're vibing a little better this time. I'm not mad that I had to re-record this. I'm still mad that I had, but I'm not mad.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes you need to. For me, at the editing, I've been in such a mood where I just don't want to hear my voice. So I put off editing till the last possible second because I just don't want to sit here and listen to myself right now. That's fair. That's what's going on.
I got a nerd to that because I was a theater kid. So I had to be cool with watching myself back.
Yeah. I'm usually fine, but sometimes it's just I really don't want to listen to myself right now.
It's not that I have a problem with editing. It's just that it takes so long for such little results.
Yeah.
You're it's a 4-hour editing process and you get a 20-minute video.
I know. That's right. And then you got to listen to yourself again and again. I'm
yeah, exactly.
How many times can I listen to myself say, I love this. Such a great cover.
Take a shot every time I say I'm excited to read this.
Yeah, then I get annoyed with myself. You're saying the same thing over and over again. Stop.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets to me is that I'm watching it over and over and over. I get so annoyed at myself for just breathing.
Yeah, I know.
I'm bitch, hold your breath.
I know.
Stop
How many times can you say, relax? Figure it out.
Why do you talk so much?
I know.
It's just me. It's me.
Can you finish a sentence, Margaret? Can you finish to save your life? Can you do this?
Yeah. So it's all of us then. I love that. So there you go. We're all having the same experience. I got halfway through The Honey Witch.
Nice.
Are you liking it?
I actually am, but I can see why people don't like it. It's getting mixed reviews, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because not a lot is happening. I was 120 pages in, and that's when you meet the love interest. So the reason I think people would go into it, it's very slow.
Yeah.
Don't go into it for like the sapphic romance because we don't meet that character until 120 pages in. Aw.
Well, I also feel like it came out at the same time as the other cozy sapphic fantasy romance.
Which
that,
one?
like, has a similar cover. The like Spell Shop or something like
Oh.
that.
I've read that already. That comes out in July.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like they the covers are very similar, and it's gonna end up. I feel like this fall, everyone's gonna be mixing up those two books.
Yeah. And just like I think there's lots of cozy coming, and it works for me, but I know a lot of people.
Yeah, you're like,
not
I'm
wanting.
in the cozy era.
I love the cozy. Give it to me. It's like cozy and witches, and they just walking around making spells. I'm loving it. But I can see why somebody would it. But there's like good
really like
banter.
that one.
And the love interest doesn't believe in magic, so she's like trying to convince her. So I kind of love that.
You're like, funny story.
Yeah. Let's see how everybody else did. And I'm sorry I scared everybody by unmuting myself by accident. And then I was gonna and somebody said, "Oh, I think it's Bria's audiobook," and I thought I should just go along with that. Yeah, blame Bria.
Well, that's what
I'm impressed that you can listen to it that fast.
personally, that's what I thought, because I was like in my iMessages, like I was sending text messages to my boyfriend, and I sent him 2 eye roll emojis and hit send right as you like accidentally unmuted yourself, and I was and then I came back over because I was like, oh no, is that me? Like I was like, did I do something? And then Bree was here, so I was like, oh, maybe it was Bree.
It was perfect timing for me because I meant to turn on my camera and I turned off the mute. So I was like, oh.
I have done that before.
Yeah. And I just scared everybody with my like 2.5 speed Honey Witch audiobook.
No, that's not bad.
But you're Loki, so I figured I could have just blamed it on
You
the
could
chaos
just
of
gone
Bree,
with
but I didn't. I confessed.
When in doubt, blame Brianna.
Yeah. And I had just added you in, so it was like a good assumption that it would have been you, but it was me.
At this point in the month, everyone freaks out when they see me on Friends.
I know. I think you just showing up is like, what's Bree doing here?
And he just
wants to read. She just wants to be productive.
I need to stop dropping things during this.
Yeah, this is a monster of your own making.
We've triggered a Pavlov's response.
Yeah.
I was about ready to fly out to Ohio and give Jess what for even suggesting that there might be shenanigans today. I was like, I will riot.
I think after Face Off, everyone needs a little bit of a.
I was like, there is literally nothing happening today. Technically, the prompt was not supposed to drop until today, but people were getting antsy.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
I'm still behind, so I got to catch up, but getting there.
Yeah,
Hello. Oh my god. Yeah, but I think there's a lot of monster spot that would work for that prompt.
There's a lot of monster spot happening.
So silly. Everybody in romance is obviously reading Priest. I'm like, what's going on in romance that everybody's reading Priest? I'm like, duh. Of course, it's for the prompt.
Right.
I
may have dropped into that chat being like, this is just my petition to get everybody. Because romance, they've picked like a book every single leg and they like create a channel.
I noticed that.
It's a buddy read. And like a ton of people read it. And so I dropped in. I was like, this is my petition for Priest to be your buddy read.
I feel like I should go hang out in the Priest chat now. Because I definitely was hanging out in the Pucking Around chat. Like I unmuted the Pucking Around chat and I was just like, I didn't want to see anybody's strategy. I just need to know about Pucking Around. You know what I mean? I just need to be nosy.
I just need to know what people are doing.
And I feel like role playing was one because I saw everybody reading that. They've got a lot going on over there. I love that. But yeah, I just clicked. I was like, duh, Priest. That makes a lot of sense. About 2 chapters deeper into Camp Damascus, but it's hard to read after Face Off. Yeah, I understand.
I read 5 chapters today. I was like, this is on my reading speed. This is a 4.5-hour audiobook. So I could have easily read this entire thing at work today. I read 5 chapters.
You need to decompress.
I could easily have finished, like, if I had started this earlier, I could have easily finished it today. Like, easily. Like, it's not that long. But I've read 2 chapters. And I read half of a dark hockey romance last night. Because I was like, I want to read. I just don't want to read for the reason.
Right. I mean, I'm sure it'll probably fit a sightseeing prompt.
It'll fit a sightseeing prompt.
Yeah.
It just
so many.
Fit this prompt at all. Like, there's no religion in that book. Unless you count.
You never know.
Yelling, oh God, in the middle of
I was going to say. Does that count?
I mean, in some forms of evangelicalism, sex is an act of worship. So
It's true.
Always a workaround. 17 minutes left of Queen of Blood. To be honest, the main character is kind of annoying me a bit, Kelsey. But I will definitely be continuing the series. Okay, but if you find the main character annoying, you'll like the direction that the rest of the series goes. That's all.
Kill the
Maybe
main
a sport?
character.
I'll be reading The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes tonight. Nice. Got to chapter 7. Look at this. 34%. Made it through 54 pages. Slowly getting there. I'm just impressed people are reading after Face Off. So
I read a little bit today.
did you?
Not any of the books I need to read for Amazing Readathon, but I've read a little bit.
Read 17 pages of The Shadow of the Gods. Got distracted by Ruthless Vows from Fairyloot arriving. Nice. Finished Saint, giving it 4 stars. I had some minor complaints.
That's fair. We can still be friends.
While working on supper, made it to chapter 12 in my book and got hit with a couple of plot twists on the way. Not sure who the protagonist is anymore. Everyone is either dead or a walking vessel for a murderous god. What are you reading?
What are you reading?
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued by
I'm gonna
that.
need the title for this.
Yeah, like maybe that will be my book for the next thing because I feel like I need to mix up maybe something that's not fantasy.
That's fair.
Yeah. Hi, Ryan.
You could read Priest.
I could read Priest. I feel like that's a push for me.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I picked this up because I am making an effort to read for like whatever genre, like get the genre points for whatever team.
Yeah.
that I'm on,
Yeah.
and I am on fantasy this time. So I was
But
like,
we have the benefit of being able to balance
Switch.
genres.
Yeah.
So you're not like stuck in, which I mean, nobody's stuck in it, but like,
because that was definitely a question that I was getting during Face Off, like on other people's sprints. Like if they saw me in the comments, they were like, "Are we allowed to read other genres?" And I was like, "This is the weekend to do it.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
because you don't need to worry about
Doesn't
genre."
matter.
So like if you really are wanting to read like other genres, but you're concerned that you won't get the genre points, like this is the weekend. Like do it now.
Yeah. And like as soon as the sun's out, like it's so hot. I'm assuming it's hot where all you are right now too. Like I want to read contemporary romance.
right.
Yes, Spell Shop is cozy magic. Yeah, it's not sapphic.
Oh, okay. I just remember seeing it in, I
But
was
it
watching
is-
a review to this
It is
morning.
a similar cover, like vibe.
We go get some.
Okay.
As a romance team member that just recently unhauled Priest without reading it, not all of us are reading Priest. Some of us are reading horror. There you go. Mixing up the genres.
Exactly.
There was a supernatural fanfic where Dean was the one of the angels and screamed, "Oh God!" So they responded with John Winchester. I literally died. Watched Supernatural in so long.
I know.
The gods in my current read are Lovecraftian horrors. There we go.
Love it.
She is a bit woe is me. I'll take it. I'll accept it. Halfway through my book, nice. Working on after the
That's a
shut up
good one.
room.
After the shoveling, yep. I need to read this too. Maybe when I get back to romance.
What's that one
It's
about?
very good.
I haven't heard of that one.
Heather was reading it, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Heather.
Yeah,
I think Heather read it like at the beginning of the readathon,
Of the Ringtone?
and
It
she
was
said
one of her leg 1 sightseeing books, I think, because she was reading it when I was on romance, and so I picked it up while I was on romance. So it's like really cute and short and fun.
I'm assuming it's on KU because that's what Heather does.
it is.
Okay. A Thousand Eyes. It's the sequel to an Unspoken Name, though. So maybe I feel like
Okay.
I've heard of the Unspoken Name.
I think I have too.
Yeah. City of Nightmares has Raining Cults. I do have City of Nightmares from Fairyloot. One day I'll get
There's
to
a
it.
couple people reading City of Nightmares,
Okay.
actually.
I've actually heard good things about it. Switching between the audiobook of Stuck in You and the ebook of Done and Dusted. Doing some sightseeing. Nice.
Very nice.
City of Nightmares. Yeah, I know you like that one. So maybe I'll do that one. I'm torn between that one and then what is the
And it's
Silver-
YA, isn't it? So it would
I think
probably
it
be
is, yeah.
It would read pretty fast.
And there's a dinosaur on the cover, so
Is there really?
yeah. And on the spine it's like a pterodactyl or something. You gotta get it for proof. I'm pretty sure there's dinosaurs. Or am I lying?
Oh, I thought it was a dragon.
I think it's a
This one?
dinosaur. Yeah, I have, is that the American cover?
Yeah, this is just like the Barnes and Noble one.
Yeah, I have like the Fairy one, and the edge it has like a pterodactyl or something.
Gotcha. No, this one has a skeleton and a dragon and a spider web.
Interesting.
Lots of things that are nightmares.
Nightmares, I guess. Do people have nightmares about dinosaurs? I suppose they do.
I suppose so. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it has a dinosaur on it. There you go.
Cool.
The Fairyland edition. Yeah, it's the UK version. All right, are we ready to sprint?
Yes.
Or
I might leave during this, so if you just see me
if
disappear,
you disappear, we got it.
in the
Yeah,
comments.
all good.
But I might disappear during this one.
All right, I have to set this thing back to 45. Okay, I like how convenient this is to do. Okay. So we'll see you all in 45.
Now boarding flight AMZ 699 to Antananarivo.
Hello.
Hello.
How's the editing going?
So slow.
I know, that's the worst.
But I also got tacos.
There you
So
go.
that, took half the sprint.
You keep all your vlog clips like super organized? I feel like you do.
God, no.
No, you don't.
God,
That's
no.
good.
I do
Sometimes
when I'm doing multiple vlogs at a time. But
Yeah.
this month I'm only doing like just Amazing Readathon ones. And it's nice because like they are time stamped. So when I put them into iMovie, they go in order.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's not like because it was just the weekend, so I'm sure everything was like, that's the only thing on your camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I do that and then I'm like, okay, was this a sit down video or a vlog clip? And I'm so confused.
I want to be the type of person that has like one memory card for sit downs and one memory card for vlogs and one memory card for big projects. And I am just not that organized.
No, me neither.
I'm like, is there a memory card in the camera? Great, this is the one we're using.
Yeah, I'm lucky my battery's charged. Let's be honest.
So my battery died as I was finishing the outro to this. I don't even know if the clip actually like saved. And then I could not find my other battery. So I was like, well, I guess the outro is going to be on my phone.
Yeah, you'll just film it like as you're editing.
But well, I hope most of that saved, and all I have to do is just say, subscribe.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
I read a few chapters. It's still fun.
Nice.
Yeah, not a lot going on, but it's fun.
Which leg are you reading this for?
Cape Town, right?
Okay.
Is it the one with the
So
garden?
you're not that far behind.
No, I just have this one and then I have to get.
Okay.
Because it's like so gardeny. I feel like everybody was reading this.
Yeah.
For that.
I feel like that one is like so naturey that like it's almost a requirement to read it.
When I put it in the poll, I'm like, why am I even bothering? I know
why am I bothering? Yeah.
Because I had to, but
you can read Lore Olympus for the next prompt.
Yeah, I read the first one, so I should track down the sequel.
Because if you did 3 volumes, then you could still get like you would do 300 points.
Yeah.
And if you've only read the first, then you've got quite a bit.
Quite a bit. That's a good.
Are missing, like if you don't have access to it, you could just go on Webtoons.
The web.
I can tell you what volume 4 what chapter volume 4 ends at.
Okay. That sounds good because I just need something quick, I feel like.
Yeah.
Just to get motivated. Yeah.
I just saw the comment that was someone was reading Lore Olympus and I was like, oh, you should do that.
There are actually a lot of books for this prompt. At first you might think,
oh, fantasy actually like has the easiest option here. Which is like fine because like romance had a really easy prompt for the dual POV.
Yeah.
So like everybody gets a semi-easy prompt.
Did sci-fi struggle with it?
Weirdly, no.
No? Because that's what
I thought it was going to be a lot harder, and they did not seem to struggle.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because you don't think of science and like religion. I guess maybe if it's like the versus
well, I think they're kind of thinking like there's a lot of books where like the AI is kind of godlike.
Oh, that makes sense. See?
Yeah.
And then I do think a lot of general fiction tackles religion.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I think a lot of people are reading The Book Thief because that's a host favorite.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And there's a lot, there's a lot of World War II books, obviously, that like are going to have some sort of religion in it.
Yeah. So sightseeing already.
Nice.
Finished Queen of Blood. See, you love the ending. It came around. And the second book, I think the second book's my favorite in the series, but I couldn't put a sequel as a host fave. That didn't feel appropriate. So, yay. I can't focus. I think I need to admit defeat and have a nap. That is fair enough.
We've only read like a ton of books. There were almost 8,000 books submitted for Face Off.
Yeah, I'm surprised anybody's here.
Honestly, right? I looked at I pulled up the sprint when you went live, and I was like, oh, the numbers are a little low tonight. And I was like, oh, everyone's so tired.
Yeah, I didn't think anybody would come because it's exhausting. Yeah, this happens to me where you just have to start like a million books to figure out what you're actually for the mood for. 24 pages, 39 pages, 53%. Got to page 138 of Clap When You Land. Loving it so far. Yeah, I love everything she does.
That book is so good. That's my favorite of hers.
When's the last time she put out a book?
She had her adult debut, Family Lore.
Oh, yeah, which people didn't seem to love.
It's not good.
Forgot about that. I had an arc of it and everything. I haven't read it because people didn't like it. Oh, look at this. Fancy.
Yeah, I read it, but I gave it 2 stars.
Oh, because I love her. But maybe she just needs to stick to YA.
Well, honestly, I think it was not in prose, and I think that it actually probably could have been better if it was, because she was trying to like do a lot of metaphors, but in a normal story.
Yes, it just didn't work. Because I do like her with the Fire and Hide. It's not in prose, but it's YA, so I don't think she was trying to do anything fancy with it.
Right.
Did you get dinner, Margaret?
Yes, I got dinner. That was a dinner sprint.
It looked delicious.
Yeah, I'm hoping it tastes delicious. Although I did I burnt the bread a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah, that's good. A little flavor. I'm reading Laura.
Little charcoal never hurt nobody.
Yeah. I didn't realize that some of the chapters include music. It scared me. Interesting. That doesn't happen in the physical book, obviously. So 26% into your read. What are you reading? Here I'm reading The Library of Van Ryn. I've seen a few people reading that too.
Nice.
Yeah. Got to 47%. Working on sightseeing book and enjoying it. Lots of people sightseeing. First sightseeing for like 6 is underway. A hockey romance novella. Nice. Lots of hockey romances happening as well, I noticed.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like
I guess just because we're in the final, whatever it is. I'm a Canadian. You think I would be more invested in hockey, but you know, not my sport. Bree knows more of a football person. Whatever Stafford's doing, that's what Bree and I are into. Wherever Stafford.
Oh, are you going to a game?
No.
You're close to Detroit, aren't you?
I am, but well, I will be in the summertime. But no, I actually haven't been to a Lions game, and I'm so close.
So
I don't think I need to go.
We're going to Ford Field, and for one of the week, I don't know which game, but I'll let you know, and maybe you can.
Maybe we'll hop over.
Maybe you get yeah, because I might be able to get tickets from like comp tickets from work. That's how we normally go, because we work so much with Coca-Cola, and if Coca-Cola is in the stadium, then they can usually get us comp tickets.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, because I love the Lions.
I know. We had a bunch of people that worked for Raymond James that like had standing tickets for the Bucks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my brother works for the Blue Jays, so not that I do anything with that, because I.
Yeah. No, that's how we went to the Arizona game a couple of years ago, and how we went to the Kansas City Lions game last year.
Oh, nice.
Was just through work. Like, we don't get to pick our seats, so sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not, but we also don't pay for them.
Is it a football game fun live? I'm never like, I feel like baseball's fun because you just
so much fun live.
It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Because I find hockey games live are boring, but maybe because I'm cold.
Well, yeah. That's true.
I mean, I'm not a football girly, but I have fun at the one football game that I went to for UF. So
there you go. Yeah, it's more about the environment than what's actually happening.
Yeah, well, especially like I imagine a home game would be crazy, because like everybody, like if a play like kind of goes off and like they run quite a bit or whatever, then like everyone's on their feet and they're like,
Yep. Oh, I don't think we sat down for most of the game, but it was a home game, and it was against the Knolls. And the Knolls are that's FSU, which is another Florida university.
So it's like a rivalry.
So it's a rival. Like the Knolls and the Bulldogs are the big rivalries for University of Florida. So.
And I feel like the States, they're really into their college football. Like in Canada, it's not that big of a deal, but I feel like with you guys, it's almost more popular than.
Right.
It's as popular, I think, in certain places as the NFL. Yeah. Like you'll see people with their college teams displayed before they'll even think about displaying any other team.
Yeah. So, I guess because you went there, so you have a more of attachment to it. We just don't. Yep. reading A Dark and Hollow Star. Nice. I've read that. I'm 33.8 read and 33.8 DNFs into the month. So a little burnout is okay. Yeah, that is what you always do. I am in Ontario. I am Northern Ontario. So, my friends live in BC. I gotta get over there one of these days. Pardon?
I said you're over there with Cal.
Yeah. There's a lot of booktubers in Ontario, but I feel like nobody.
Ontario.
Yeah. I'm going to Toronto this month, so it feels like full circle since we started in Toronto. At the end of the month, I'll actually be in Toronto. I read The Night Circus recently and surprised it wasn't a host fave. I know.
The reason why, like, so it is. It's like it's a favorite of mine, but I specifically wanted queer authors as my 5. I did a book from each genre from a queer author, so that way, if teams have the most amount of points.
Yeah, that's smart. Look at you, thinking things through.
I was trying to be fair.
That actually makes sense. It seems to be a lot of people's faves.
Yeah,
I don't actually.
People either 5-star it or 2-star it. It's very funny.
Yeah,
I've never seen a middle of the road review about that book.
Yeah, not my favorite.
I haven't gotten to it yet, but I know I'm going to enjoy it. Right, I just like what I've heard about the writing style. I'm like, this sounds like a writing style I will enjoy.
I'm scared to reread it. I don't think I've reread it in probably 5 years. And I don't think that it's my style of fantasy anymore.
I was going to say, it doesn't feel like a Brie book to me.
It doesn't. Like, I know that when I read it the first time, like I think I've reread it twice now. And the first time that I read it was very much like a right time, right place. And then I reread it again like the next year for a book club. And I still loved it, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, you read so much.
So I'm like, I kind of just want to like live in the
love of it.
The love of it, and maybe not reread it. But I own like 5 copies of that book.
You do?
I do.
But,
I mean,
have you read?
I've only read one of them. Well, the first time I read it as an audiobook, so I didn't have a physical copy, and then I bought the paperback, and so the second time I reread it, I annotated it, and then I have the regular hardcover one. I have one in Portuguese when we went to Brazil. And then I have another paperback that has just a different cover.
So yeah, it's definitely a favorite.
Yes. I just don't know if I ever want to touch it again.
I know. I have so many like that.
Sometimes
have you read the Scarlet Sea?
End up, lasting because they have memories attached to them, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially buying them on your trips and stuff.
Yep.
I actually wanted it to be more whimsical than it was. Like,
interesting.
Because it has like almost like a historical feel.
Yeah, like for some reason I thought it would be more whimsical, and it was just more.
No, it's like it will become Margaret's entire personality.
Just like 15 years too late. Whenever that book came out.
How many personalities am I gonna have by the end of the year?
Like I have a feeling that this one will be like an all-time favorite.
Well, yeah, like people who love it, love it.
Because like it has a romance in it, but like I feel like some people are like, well, I wanted more romance, and some people are like, I wanted more of the fantasy and the circus and less of the romance. I don't know. I feel like
that's a book that you got to balance the two of them. Like the romance probably shouldn't be the forefront.
No, and I don't think it is. But
not,
it's like because it's like two. It's just like the whole point of the book is two people that were fated to be the opposite. Like basically, they're each other's opposite and like fight to the death. But then they're in love with they fall in love.
So it's rivals to lovers.
And really. So then it's like a burn the world down for somebody else, literally. Margaret's like, I'm doing this right now.
It'd be interesting to see somebody write like that concept, but more like romantasy.
That's because like she wrote it before romantasy was a thing,
so she didn't lean into that as much at all. Really. But it's like such a good premise for romantasy,
right? But then when you also add in like the gas lamp London setting,
and like the disappearing circus and all that stuff. Like it's
kind of cool. Brianna's just like, I'm going to hit all of Margaret's buzzwords right now.
I am. The only thing that makes me nervous is that you didn't love Addie, and I feel like those have very similar styles.
Well, here's the thing. The question is, does it end the way Addie ended?
No.
Okay, then I will like it much better than I will like just that is a positive, because like I loved Addie's like writing style and like the historical, all of that. I just didn't like how it ended.
Right.
That's one of the and it wasn't the worst thing. Like, it didn't get a 1 star because I hated it, but like the way it ended, I was like, I didn't want to. That's not my style.
So I think that you should probably read it for the last leg.
Well, see if my library gets it for me.
Huh? Also, Jim Dale narrates the audiobook.
Oh, I love Jim Dale.
Yeah, I do like basketball in person.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Go Lions. Look at this. All the Lions
Look at
fans.
that.
Yeah, all the Lions fans are here. And they're actually decent now, so it's not that as pathetic as it
We
once
really
was.
wanted to go to week 1 when the Rams come out.
Yeah.
But those
'cause-
tickets are so expensive.
Yeah, because all the Lions fans love Stafford, so you're like, that's so funny. Like when they won the Super Bowl, it was like the Lions won.
The Detroit
As
Rams.
close as we're ever gonna get. So I was here for it. I remember the 0-16 season. I lived through it. So go Bulldogs. I gave it 4.5 stars for the Night Circus. Circus Save. I really want to visit Toronto. I've never been past Alberta within Canada. Traveled a bunch outside
I've
of Canada. I'm the same way.
Through Toronto.
You went through it.
I was supposed to go. I think it was Toronto. I was scheduled for a work trip. They were going to have me do some audits up in, I think it was Toronto. And it was scheduled, ready to go for the end of April 2020.
Oh. She was canceled.
And I get the call about 3 weeks in, and I'm like, by the way, that trip has been canceled.
Yo.
But it's one of those things, like, it's actually cheaper to travel to the States than it is to travel, like, within Canada. So people just go.
Yeah, they had me, like, literally flying in to whatever's, like, border city it was and then just driving into Canada.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
That's funny.
Twilight series. I'm scared to reread. Yeah, I'll never reread that one.
I'm not
It was a
touching that.
moment in time.
I had a good time reading those with my friends.
Yeah.
They now live out of sight, away from where people can, like,
Yeah,
I don't know what to do with those books because I'm never reading them again.
I donated mine. I don't have them anymore.
I did too, yeah.
But I still, like, enjoyed the experience of it. I just don't have them anymore.
They can't take the memories, like, even if I'm like, well, the author's not that great,
No.
I still have good memories. So
Yeah.
And you know what? I'll watch the movie once in a while because I just need it. I'm like, let me put on that movie. It's terrible, but it's great.
it matched the vibe of the books. I don't know why people are so mad about it. I'm like, this,
Right?
I love it.
at least they committed.
I have
to
a
an
distinct
aesthetic.
memory of seeing that movie in the theaters and Robert Pattinson with the glasses. Like, why is that like an iconic moment? When he's like wearing his Ray-Bans and everybody was like all about him. It was like such a moment in time. And I'm not even like the biggest Robert Pattinson fan, but that moment.
I still haven't seen Breaking Dawn Part 1 because I remember being like, this is going to be the most awkward thing to have to watch happen on screen.
I only watched the first movie. It's not like one where I'm going to marathon the entire thing.
Yeah.
I just watched the first movie. The way that series goes is interesting. I'm scared to reread Addie LaRue and Mistborn Era 1 for that reason.
Yeah.
But people loved Addie LaRue.
I feel like those would hold up, though, just writing-wise at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Night Circus is the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
the
just a
writing
matter
is
of
great.
Style in like your reading taste change over the years.
Yeah.
Or at least
It's a
mine do.
romantic slow burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's definitely like before, way before romanticy was a thing. So it doesn't like lean into the tropes like it would now.
Yeah.
It's also the first big, the first NaNoWriMo novel that went big.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I didn't know
Mhm.
that. Interesting. She wrote that during that then. That's a big book to be writing.
I know,
now.
right? Well, I think she started it during
She
NaNoWriMo.
started it.
But yeah, it's kind of like it's the book that NaNoWriMo uses as their like claim to fame.
Are there a lot of other ones that have come out of that? Probably.
There are quite a few.
There are a few, yeah.
Do people still do that?
Not
Like, I think there was
probably
drama,
not this
wasn't there?
year.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, I remember seeing something about drama.
Yeah, no, there was
with it.
so someone who runs the youth camp NaNoWriMo was caught talking with the kids in an inappropriate, like, I don't know how inappropriate, but like inappropriate ways. And NaNoWriMo's reaction was not great. And then they did a whole bunch of stuff like during Camp Nano that like a lot of their MLs, like their municipal liaisons, got locked out of all of their stuff with no warning. So like, yeah, I don't know if NaNoWriMo is happening this year, but a lot of people who used to do it are like, well, we're not doing it anymore between this and the other thing.
Come up with something new.
Yeah.
I'm from Ontario, Toronto. There's a lot of fun things to do there. There is. I'm going to a concert and to see my brother and his girlfriend, but
I will be going up there in November, and we will be going around the city for, I don't know what Cal has planned besides the fact that we're both going to go to the Toronto Library.
Nice, because of Bree's video? Or was that already planned?
I watched the video and I said, Cal, I want to go to this library. It looks nice. And Cal was like, I've never been.
There's a lot to do there.
We'll get it.
See, I didn't actually start watching The Lions until 2018. I think, because that's when Derek and I moved in together. And
I thought that I was like, is that when Stafford joined the team?
No, 2018 was the year. I think they like won like maybe 3 games, and I was like, and like I didn't really watch football prior to, because my dad really wasn't a football, like it was, he watched it, but it wasn't like a fan of any one team. He was a baseball person. And so then when I moved in with Derek, then he was a lifelong Lions fan. And I was like, okay, like I'll do this. That's fun. And then like we went through that one season where he like, I think they won like 3 games. And I was like, I picked the wrong team.
I remember. I said you should have picked a team just to like go against him.
Yes. Well, like so I kind of like shifted to the Rams when Stafford went to the Rams.
Left. No loyalty.
I was like, I just like Stafford.
I like him too, but I'm still Lions #1.
That's fair. That's fair. I just kind of got adopted into the Lions.
He's so cute. I love him. That's not why we like him. We just like his personality.
Right.
My mom and I
daughters are the most adorable humans on the planet.
Yeah, they're so cute. I just love them so much. I think I'm going to do one more sprint. Is that good with everybody?
Sounds good.
We'll do another 45. I think I'll make a huge dent in this book. I'm feeling good. I haven't read this much in a long time. That sickness really just like wiped me out for a month.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was my first time with it and I was not prepared.
Was it?
Yeah. Like I avoided it for 4 years. I was like, oh, getting it for the first time in 2024 is something.
Yeah.
Like, dang it.
I've been avoiding it so far, as far as I am aware. Like the 2 times I've gotten sick, it hasn't been COVID. So,
yeah.
Well, because I remember you said you thought you had pneumonia, and then you figured out it was COVID.
I had COVID that turned into pneumonia.
Oh, that's even worse.
Anything that happens with your lungs has a chance to become pneumonia. It's great. Bodies work so well.
I was so happy about it. It was my favorite thing. I was like, great, right when the readathon's happening, I'm like, I can't even speak. And then I did the live stream with, like, last week. I dropped on a live stream. I'm like, I can barely talk for more than 2 minutes. I'm not talking to me. But I feel like almost, like pretty much 100% now, so I'm good to go. All right. I just had COVID. Yeah, it was brutal. Yeah. And I feel like it's a lot of people are getting it right now.
Well, yeah, Crystal just found out she has it.
Yeah, has it. Yeah. And her partner, so that was there for 12 years. Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like 2009, I think, was when he got drafted. I feel like I remember seeing that.
I can't believe he's that old now.
I know, right?
Where does the time go?
I think only Aaron Rodgers is older than, he's like the only starting quarterback that's older than him.
Ugh, and you know how we feel about him.
And we all know how we feel about him.
The Packers, no. He's not even on the Packers anymore.
He's not even on the Packers. We still hate him.
Still hate him.
He just has a very punchable face.
He does. Not a fan. Okay. All right. Moving on. We'll start our. Okay. Have to go back. See y'all in 45.
Now boarding flight AMZ 699 to Antananarivo.
There we go. How's the editing coming?
I'm 22 minutes in.
Nice. That's
There
pretty good.
hasn't been anything that's happened.
Something about, I don't know, like normally I can't do weekend vlogs. Like I don't have enough footage. Here I'm like, why are you talking so much?
I put that juju up for you. I said I made you annoyed because I said
I mean, like, I know I read 7 books, but like, dear Lord, woman.
I'm just impressed you managed to film that entire time.
Same. I mean, is it coherent? Absolutely not. You can see like the level of delirium just like as it goes on.
That's part of the fun of it. That's why I like those 48 hours, because you can just see people struggle.
Yeah.
You want to watch the struggle.
Yeah.
Mine is constant through Saturday morning, and then you don't hear again from me until this morning.
Yeah. I think that
When I'm
happens
like,
a lot.
I read 7. Yeah.
Did you both read 7 books?
Apparently.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
I was coordinating with my brother that sprint to see, because we're both going to be flying out to Grand Junction next month. So we're trying to figure out like
Is there an
all
airport
that stuff.
there?
So there's an airport there, yes.
Huh.
I was trying to convince him to fly to Denver, but he's like, well, if you want to fly to Denver and rent your own car, you can. I was like, well, if I have to rent my own car, because he's going to rent the car from Grand Junction. Like, if I have to do that, then I might as well just fly into Grand Junction and let you rent the car.
There you go.
So
You don't want to fly into Denver anyway. That's like the worst airport.
well, that would explain why it's so cheap.
It is, yeah, it's cheap, but it's not. It's not a great airport, and they're always delayed.
Bree's been to all the airports.
It's
I've
just it's the one that's
only been once.
closest. I spent 9 hours in that airport when I
I
went
feel
to
like you're
pick up-
always on a plane, so like I feel like you know.
Yeah. Well, no, the worst experience was when I went to go pick up Schmidt, because
No.
I flew to Denver and met the owner at the airport, and then my flight was so delayed. Schmidt and I spent 7 hours in the Denver airport with a
God.
12-week-old puppy.
Oh no.
I feel like there are worse places you could put a 12-week-old puppy, but not many.
Not many,
No.
because he's like not really house trained. I mean, he kind of was, but like not really.
My neighbor, it's 10 p.m. and my neighbor's outside playing basketball. Gotta love it.
I thought you were gonna say that he was like mowing or something, and I'm like, okay, that's rude.
No, he's playing basketball, and all I can hear is like the ball being dribbled outside. It's so annoying. I'm like, really? How can you even see? I guess the street lights are on, but come on. Well, how'd everybody do? I think that was obviously our last sprint because I'm fading. I just watched BookTube. I didn't read.
That's fair.
And that's always
What
a
is
sign.
reading?
It's always a sign that I'm done for the night.
Yeah.
I have 12 chapters left of Lore Olympus Volume 4. There you go. Forgot how good this
Nice.
story is. And then I haven't heard of this Supplicant by Sierra Simone. I feel like that's not one of her more popular ones.
Mm-mm. She has so many books though.
Yeah. Read The Song of Achilles, was really disappointed. That's another one that I read when it was like at its hype. And I'm not sure if I would love it as much now, kind of thing.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I never read this one because I didn't love Circe, and
Yeah.
I know that one is like supposedly better, but I was just like, I was still kind of like new to BookTube at the time, and I was like, if I don't like it, I will be canceled.
No, I think you're good.
Now I'm just known for hating
Brittany.
books.
Yeah. I'm still in Cape Town too, so no worries. I'm going to bed. Yeah. I love The Lovely War. It's such a good book. I forgot about that one.
I want to read this one.
It's such a good book. I gave it 3 stars, Achilles. Yeah. I prefer Circe, even though you didn't like it, but I preferred that one over.
I could see how you would love it.
Yeah, it's more of a me book.
It's definitely a Kristen book.
All right, well, I think that is it for us tonight. Who's sprinting tomorrow? Do we know offhand?
Leandra
Brittany.
and then Brittany.
Leander and Brittany.
So lots of sprints to look forward to tomorrow. DNF the Quill Sprints. And to thank you all for joining me. I will have everybody linked down below. I mean, I'm sure you know them by now, but just in case, I will have everybody linked down below.
If
And
they don't know me, I don't know where they've been.
I feel like you know these faces at this point, but you never know.
I don't actually exist. I'm just a figment of Brianna's imagination that she has turned into a computer program. This is all fake.
She has that much power.
If I did, I would not be living in a tiny little house like this, trying to make BookTube work.
That's the tea there. All right. Well, see you all tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Let me make sure I hit the right button because I've done that wrong thing before.
Yeah, please end the stream. Don't just leave.
I've done that during
that.
Realmathon. I did that during Realmathon. It was so embarrassing. Anyways, goodbye.
Bye.